There we go, Lucy.
Wow, user error.
User error. Okay, yeah, he's 16 hits. It's no longer incapacitated, so this is a straight attack. It is still with disadvantage though, so you're welcome to roll again if you like.
With disadvantage?
Sorry, with advantage. Yeah, so we'll go from the first roll, which did definitely hit, and takes off 7 points. So you have to follow that up with the firstly you drop down onto him and then swing the quarterstaff around and knock him in the side of the face, knocks him square unconscious. Looks like you got away with that one. Looks like you've managed. There was a moment where perhaps you might have panicked, but further along over here in this direction, you can see there is another Gnoll who is in a similar position to the others.
Maybe it's best if I go and do this, Mozu. We don't want no accidents on one getting away.
I'm really struggling to hear, Dave.
Yeah, it's because he's whispering. Dave, stop whispering, you little bitch.
Yeah, just say you're whispering, that's fine.
You whispered to you. I just turn around and go, so maybe Mozu, I'll finish the last one off. We don't want it to escape.
Okay, before you go.
But there is like another one.
Before you two move on with that, Lost and Liana, what are you two doing?
Liana's moved along a bit.
No one's come back from me.
She's still invisible.
She is still invisible.
So she's just moving along a bit. She's just trying to get a clearer sight of the path through.
So yeah, you can see clearly now that there is in fact 3 more, not 1 more.
So it says with invisibility, it's broken if she casts a spell or attacks.
Yeah, that's right.
Can she talk to them?
Yeah.
To the other people?
Yeah, you can still talk to people. Of course, you're invisible, so.
She's going to stand behind Mozu after hearing them discuss it and whisper into his ear, there's actually 3.
I'm going to do some form of roll on that, just to see if he reacts.
Okay.
I guess perception.
Is this to see if you hear it?
If he shits himself.
Oh, if he shits himself. Okay, right. That would be. Oh. That would be wisdom. All fear-based saves are wisdom, so that would be a wisdom saving throw. You're okay. You vaguely recognise the voice, and although it makes you jump, you very quickly realise that this voice that you vaguely remember is actually giving you advice.
Okay, nice voice. Mozu, go after one. Maybe the one up near the fire. So I'm going to start stealthing over there.
Okay, what are you doing, Lost?
Well, I was waiting for someone to give me a signal to come follow.
Alright, okay.
Are they still in eyesight? Can I peek?
Yeah, you can see them. They're only about 30 feet, probably less than 30 feet away from you. Yeah, they're only 25 feet away. You can see them. Unless you're deep within the cave.
No. I'd probably wait till they move off and then follow.
Okay.
So I need to do a new stealth roll. Am I still working on the last?
We'll still working on the previous stealth roll. So, Mozo, you can see that there's two gnolls over here. Now, one of them, similar to the others, is in this sort of hunched position where they're almost like it's very strange because they've got like a humanoid lower body, but their upper body is very, very dog-like. So it's sat with its legs crossed, and then almost like a monk in meditation, its head is just slouched over, and you can't see its eyes, so you don't know if it's awake or asleep. The other one, however, is laid on the floor with its knees high, and it sort of crossed over, kicking one of its feet lightly, staring up. It's got a bone in its hand that it keeps sort of chewing on every now and then. This one's, and I'll point someone out for you, this one is quite clearly awake.
Okay. Moses gonna go find Lost.
Okay. And while you make your way back to Lost, Nigena, this gnoll that is right in front of you is sort of laid almost to one side on the floor. It's well and truly KO'd. Its tongue is sort of rolled out and it's laid in the grass and dirt on the floor. It's not really doing anything.
Hey, hoodie guy.
Chaos Lizard Man.
What is his name? Muzzle not like too many nickname.
Are you asking my name?
Muzzle is asking your name.
It's probably easiest if you call me Lost.
Okay, the Muzzle is Muzzle.
Okay, Mozo. I may forget.
Okay, that's fine. There is two people over there, and we try to get a quick attack on them. Can you follow me and help, Mozo?
Sure.
Helps if it's a bit sneaky, no?
You might find that stealth is not something I'm either overly keen on doing or something particularly good at.
That's okay. Mozo, go first. You follow me not too far behind, and then we go in.
Okay, lead the way.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a slightly different situation, so I would like fresh stealth checks from Merzu and Lost.
Disadvantage.
With disadvantage with Lost.
How come Lost has disadvantage?
It's got bulky armour on.
I've also got a mid-process character sheet, so I'm doing this old school.
Alright, yeah, you can roll an actual dice. Viewers, you cannot see this dice, but we'll describe it for you.
I think my dex was like +1 and no proficiency.
Oh, it's not
7.
good, viewers, it's not good.
It could be worse. It is worse.
It is worse. You got a 5 overall. Do you want to grab a dice tray out, Sarah, in case you
I'm
need to
going to
roll
finish
again?
character sheet. So viewers can see.
Okay, guys, yeah. So as Merzu goes along reasonably quietly, being careful to not make too much noise. Behind him, he can hear ching, 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 as the chainmail that Lost is wearing rattles against his shield and sword.
It's not like the classic moment of Merzu going down the corridor whistling.
No. Oh, that time that he was humming the Mission Impossible theme. Okay, back to Nigena. What did you want to do?
Knowing how easy it was to kill them, I will pull my great axe out and try and chop the head off this one.
Yeah, alright, go. With advantage, roll. If it hits, it's an auto crit because the creature is incapacitated. Natural 20. So it's a crit anyway. Yep. Roll those die. $20. Not bad. So you're aiming to cut the head off this creature. So you get your axe and slam it into the creature's neck, and it doesn't die. The head doesn't come off. Instead, you're now with your axe lodged inside the creature, and it's attempting to cough, but your axe has hit it behind the head, on the neck, in between the head and the shoulder. And these things have got really long necks, and you've clearly not hit the sweet spot that would have knocked it out entirely and killed it. So it's attempting to yelp, but it can't. It is, as its wounds that you've created deep within its neck is just starting to fill with blood. But you do have another attack.
Oh, okay. Then I will. Can I finish off with my rest? I'll leave that one in its neck.
If you decide to change your weapon now, you won't get your second attack. Because your second attack is when you use the attack action,
Yes.
you get 2. So that would count as a different action. But you can attack with a great axe again.
I will pull it back out and try and do a more better job.
Yeah. 19 hits. It's not an auto crit this time, because even though it's struggling for its life, it's not quite incapacitated. But that's enough, that'll do it. So you pull your axe out and then quickly launch it down again. And just separate the head from the body. The arms flail a little bit and then it stops moving. Weirdly, you see as the eyes roll back into the head, it stops as it looks at you and then continues to roll.
I'm going to pick the head up.
Okay.
I'm put it on top of my head like a crown.
Okay.
You know this ledge in front of me?
Yeah.
Is that I'm stood at the top of it?
You are stood at the top of this ledge. So down in this direction there is a rather steep drop of about 10-15 feet. And this path that moves down this way is not as steep, but it's definitely not an easy walk, if that makes sense.
Can I see these down here though?
You can indeed see them. And these ones are sat around the fire and they appear to be eating human limbs, legs, arms, pulling the fingernails off and flicking them in the bush.
She's gonna stand next to Nigella. She's gonna say, there's 3 down here, but they're awake. She's whispering that.
Just whispering it.
Yeah.
Okay. Nigella, you hear the voice that you've not actually heard before.
I'm going to do a religion check to see if I would think it was my god.
Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
Take advantage.
I'm also going to add in your character bias to this. Which means the higher you roll, the more likely you are to believe that it's your god.
Religion.
No, that's not your god. Don't sound like that. You've got a really butch god. This is a really feminine voice.
I'm going to shout, get out of my head, please. Get out of my head. and then just start walking that way.
Okay, Mozu and Lost, you can proceed.
Mozu panics because he can hear Lost behind him, and he lets a dart go at the left-hand side.
Left hand side, Noel. Oop, that one. That's just moved again.
Yeah, the one that's clearly awake.
Sorry, this one that's clearly awake. Yeah. Make your attack.
Is that a standard attack or with advantage?
It's with advantage because it hasn't seen you yet. That's a 22, that hits. Six points of piercing damage. So as you throw the dart with your super slick ninja skills, and it sticks in the creature's chest, it stops from and then looks down and realises it's got a dart stuck in it and sort of pulls it out and looks around. So you have a fraction of a second to react.
Can I throw the head of the dog at it?
At it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm.
What would you like me to throw for that?
1 second. Go on, James, what was you saying, sorry?
I'm just going to literally run at him to hit him.
Okay, you can move 5 feet.
I will do the same because My job was to follow Mozu.
Okay, you can move 5 feet as well. Do you want to make a an improvised weapon attack? So roll a d20, and you are not proficient, so it's d20 plus dexterity because you're throwing something.
Who's this lost?
This is Nigena, who's attempting to throw the head of the other gnoll.
What's your
That's it.
dex? It's +3, so 13.
13. So this hits the creature, sort of like hits against the chest, and it immediately stands up and grabs its spear. Makes a noise, and every single gnoll that is within earshot has heard that. I need you all to roll initiative, please.
You have to click on your token first. I clicked on my token. Does that work?
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get the majigger up. Is everybody on there? Looks like everybody's on there.
Yeah.
Okay, and the first one to stand up is this gnoll, which is going to stand up. It's going to look to see what's going on with its friend, who's grabbed his spear, and he's sort of pointing his spear towards you guys. And with that, he's going to charge towards Mozu, and going with a spear attack straight away. Okay, that's a 12, Mozu, which, double check, yep, that misses. So, Mozu, you see this attack coming, and it's really easy for you to dodge out of the way of this attack. The gnoll is not going to do anything else. Next up, it is the gnoll that you was attempting to attack, who is going to move this way. Charging as well to Mozu. I'm just going to double check. I believe these get advantage when there's 2 of them. Nope. So he's going to attack with his spear as well. That's a 10. After lunging the spear forward, Mozu's dodging these things like, you know, like Bruce Lee. This gnoll is also going to attempt to bite you, so it then and it sticks its head forward and attempts to snap at you. But again, Mozu, it's quite easy for you to dodge out the way of these. Mozu, it's your turn now.
And I'm back.
What?
It's back.
Is it my go?
Yep, sure go. I didn't know you was going.
Awesome. I'm going to hit the dude on the left who I threw at that.
Yep, go for it. $19 definitely hits. $7 points of bludgeoning damage. So the quarterstaff really hits him sort of square in the chest, knocks him back just like a half a step, and he quickly readies himself. I'm just going to show.
Second attack.
Just going to show everyone just before you do your second attack, Mozu. When you're adding and subtracting health, you can literally click into your box and then do -7 and press enter. And you can do that to add health as well with plus whatever.
Very nice.
Yeah, this is very nice.
Very nice.
More handy tips like this can be learned on my YouTube site. I will figure a better way of plugging that. Mozu, it's your second attack.
Links on our Facebook page.
Links to our Facebook page. All 2 viewers. One's probably James.
I did not need to do that one. I am supposed to be doing a quarter staff one.
You are supposed to be doing a quarterstaff one.
Got all excited for
Yeah, much of a muchness.
Yeah. Much ado about nothing. 9 points of bludgeoning damage, which is all it takes to knock this one down. So you, after you've hit it into the chest and it's sort of come back a little bit, you then really quickly swung the other side around, hit him in the side of the head, and this one falls to the ground. His ears are bleeding ever so slightly.
I am now going to just turn my attention to this dude in front of me, and I'm going to punch him in the...
Go for it. A 12, not good enough. As you swing your claws at this guy, he pulls his shield up and you hit the wood of the shield.
Oof.
Anything else from you?
Nope.
Okay. It is Gnoll number the next one. So this Gnoll is going to come around the corner to see what's going on. And as I mentioned before, this is quite a steep incline here, and he can't quite see over the top of it. So he's going to come up to the top, just like that. Realising what's going on, he's actually left his spear back down. He didn't bring it with him, but he does have his longbow, so he's going to quickly tie his longbow, which is an action, to string his longbow, and he's going to train an arrow on one of you, so he's ready in an action. Because he's not quite sure how to react right now. Lost, it's your turn.
Have the is it possible to see all the other monsters in there?
Yeah, you can see everything that you can see.
And all the others have reacted.
Not all of them.
Well, if there was ever a time, so I'm just gonna swing my shoulders forward, just scream out in pain as two boned wings, feathers just sprout out of my back, and emitting just an aura of just darkness, menace, and death. And unfortunately, yeah, you're already working it out.
Sure.
And I've worked out as well. It's my spell is my charisma, so it's DC 14 charisma save.
And is anybody protected from that, or is it everybody?
It's it'll just be the creatures in a 10-foot radius.
Including the players, or can you?
No, I have no control.
You have no control. Okay. Okay, yeah, Mozu and Nigena, can you make a charisma saving throw? Gnoll number 1, by the way, has failed, so I believe he becomes afraid of you.
What it does is it radiant.
Charisma.
Is it radiant? Am I immune to radiant?
Mozu
It's not
charismatic.
radiant, is it?
It's not damage. Yeah, Mozu passes.
Where is fear? I'm sure there was fear on here.
Yeah, bring up you, and then charisma save.
I moved all these around, I'm sure of it. There it is. Yep, Mozu's fine.
Yeah, both pass.
Nigena is fine. Okay, that was your bonus action, I believe.
No, that's my action. My bonus is going to be Shield of Faith.
Okay, add 2 to your AC.
Shielding's just like a spell slot.
Is Shield of Faith I'll get there in the end.
Concentration.
Concentration. Yeah. Okay. Alright, any movement?
Yeah, just that.
Just R. Okay, Liana, you are still invisible.
Alright. You know the ones at the bottom? Yeah.
Yes.
How far away are they
From you?
from me? Yes.
You got 20 feet, 25 feet, and 30 feet. That technically doesn't take into account the height difference, but let's not get into that.
Alright. She, the invisibility drops, and a bolt of fire goes down towards them, and she's casting fireball at them.
Fireball.
Yes.
Where are you? What's the pointing space where you're hitting the
That's what-
fireball?
Can I have a 20-foot radius, please, so I can see how big it is?
You can indeed.
Because she would know that.
Yeah, if you ever want to know how big it is, Sarah, just ask. How's that?
Well, I can't see it, I can just see number 20.
How can you not see the thingy?
Kind of on the big screen.
Apologies. There you are, now you should be able to see it.
Can we just move it to about there?
How's that?
That'll do.
Okay.
Like that. So they need to make a dexterity saving throw.
They do indeed. So I'm going to work on these guys from left to right as we see them on the screen. What's the DC?
DC is 15.
So the first one saves.
So it takes half damage.
Yep. The second one. Ooh, he fails. And the third one also fails. And there is in fact a fourth target in here that you didn't actually know about, and that is the wooden palisade fence.
Yeah, because anything flammable, lights.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. That's because I assigned it hit points.
Alright.
So it's an immovable object, so it takes full damage.
Fire damage.
I can't see your damage. Where's your damage? 24, eh? So he's taking full damage, so 24. He's taking full damage, 24. And he's deaded. And he's taking half damage. So we're this huge explosion that covers that area. So yeah, those are on fire. Those are on fire. Okay. Yeah. So this makes a huge that flies across the camp, and at this point, every gnoll in the area knows something's going on now, and every single one of them jumps to the feet, grabs the spear, the longbow, the shield, and they are looking about the site and trying to figure out what happens, what has caused this huge explosion. The palisade fence is also pushed outwards, and as it does, it creates a hole in the fence, which I could have been better prepared for this, so I'm just going to read it. So it creates a hole in the fence in this area that is about 25 feet wide. The 3 tents that are close by also set on fire. Let me just find some fire. Where's the good fires? What's all the good fires? There's the good fires. Oh, got the wrong one. Okay, is there anything else from you?
Bonus action. She reaches into the empty sheath on her waist and pulls out a shadow blade.
Okay. So next is Nigena. What would you like to do?
She's not invisible no more because she casts a spell.
Yeah, she's not invisible
So
now.
you take a little ninja off her.
I will take the ninja off. Except it's not a ninja because you can't see it. You are stood right next to a gnoll.
Yeah, I guess so. What's
Shadow
ready
blade.
attack? So what's happened to his ready attack and all that? She's stood next to him.
What happened to what?
His ready attack that he only had done, and she's always stood next to him.
And no, he hasn't.
That met condition.
That one is conditions.
You didn't know she was there?
Yeah. So
would
no.
he not be distracted by her not being sure?
You let me worry about that. You do what you need to do.
So if I attacked him, would it be like a disadvantage?
Why don't you do it and find out?
Alright, well I'm going to have a go.
What if you stood in front of front of
As
his
you
back
move,
hit?
his arrow, let's go, and comes straight at you.
Oh, okay.
Flies off, misses you, sticks in the bushes next to Mozu.
Cool.
Continue your go.
I'm in range for an attack.
If he stands in front, he's flanking him.
Yes.
I am.
Dave still needs a little bit of help with these runs.
So yes, I will.
So you'll get advantage on the attack because you're flanking.
And when I see the arrow swoop by me, I will draw my great axe and swoop.
Swing.
It's the wrong sword.
Yes. 19, yeah, that hits.
Doing the noise from your sword.
Swing.
Oh, let's see. Wow, 5.
5 points of slashing damage. It's not the best attack that you've done with a great axe. In fact, as you've dropped this down, he's pulled his bow up and sort of the blade's gone through the bow and hit his rather than hitting him in the neck, it's hitting him sort of lower clavicle. Ooh, you do have another attack.
I do. Seeing that went to fail, I'll try it again. Will you still be with advantage?
Yeah. $16 hits.
And she will try and make up for one. Oh, it happened. Oh my god.
Another 5 points of damage. This time the creature sort of wandered back as far as it could before getting to Liana, who then sort of pushed him forward straight into your attack. He's still standing and he's looking a little blooded and he hasn't got a weapon, but he's still standing. Anything else from you?
No, I'm good.
Okay, where is this number? No, it's down here, isn't it? Yep. Okay, this Gnoll, which has just seen the huge explosion, picks his shield and his spear up and he's going to head in the direction of the where he thinks the ball came from. He gets that far and he can see Liana and yourselves engaged with this Gnoll, and he prepares his spear and he's readied an action. Okay, let's just roll some more initiatives. Lots more initiatives. I know that some DMs, when they've got large amounts of enemies like this, they like to roll one initiative for all creatures, but I think that's a little lazy because they don't all behave the same way, so I've done it the other way. Okay, back to the top of the round. A couple of these Gnolls are dead. Where's this one? Now I've got to play Hunt the Gnoll. Where's the Gnoll? Ah, it's this one here. He's going to stand up and he's going to take a perception check, because even though he saw this great big explosion, he didn't know where it came from, and you guys aren't right in front of him. So, for anyone wondering how you make these really awesome macros, I can show. Why would it be disadvantage? It's the dirt.
If he was hiding in his tent.
He's not hiding in his tent. Why don't you let me DM, and then you get to stay at my table, because that's twice I've had to tell you. Alright, yeah, he looks and he can see that you guys are now engaged in fighting at the top of the cliff close to the cave entrance, and he's going to dash. Well, he can't dash because he used an action, but he's going to head in that direction, and whilst he's doing that, he's got his spear raised and he's as he's telling the others around him what's there.
I'm sure someone mentioned distraction, so there's a huge bonfire.
Is this the clan of Mimi?
You are?
Is this the clan of Mimi?
No, they all descended from Yorkshire Terriers.
Oh.
Jack Russells.
Yeah.
We're going to bite your ankles.
It's this Gnoll, so can you just remind me, is he afraid of you and must leave, or is he just frightened of you? There is a difference. So, some conditions of fear mean that he has to move away from you.
Or become frightened of you until the end of your next turn.
Okay, right, so what that means is that he can still try and fight you, and he doesn't have to run away, but it's with disadvantage. So let's just get some disadvantage on, and he's going to try and spear you. That's an 8, so as he tries to spear, and he's going for you, not Mozu, as he tries to spear you, it's just so easy for you. You catch it with your shield. It's so easy, it was just such a predictable attack. That is it from him. Mozu, it's your turn.
Okay, more kung fu moves.
Okay. Yeah, 20 hits. Uh, 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Creature still standing. Doesn't seem to be too distracted by that one, in fact. 10 is not good enough, so as you bring the second attack around, he seems to have very quickly realised your reach and just swings his head back just enough to miss. Unarmed strike, yeah, that hits straight away. That hits. 5 points of bludgeoning damage. One punch to the chest knocks this guy, and he takes a step back and falls back onto his spear and readies himself to fight again. He's not finished yet.
Cool, that's me.
Okay. Gnoll, number the next one. Let's play Hunt the Gnoll again. Where
How
are
do
you?
you keep track of it? Which one's which?
Because when you hover over them, it puts a box around them, so you know which one's which. All right. The other one has told him, he's spoken to him, he's backed at him. So yeah, he knows where you guys are, and he's making his way across. Good evening, Flame 365. Welcome to the ridiculously massive fight. Okay, that's all he's going to do on that turn. He's not feeling brave enough having this huge explosion to charge in full on. So he's going to stop there, and we're going to move over to this guy. Where is he? There he is. So the tents are on fire.
Flame is back.
One of the gnolls is dead. So this one is going to get up and he's going to smell the air. You see him taking and it's this huge sniff, and as he does that, he's sort of drawing in the smoke from the flames. And the other gnoll that is still standing looks towards him, and then he immediately charges, and he's going to attempt to climb up the hill. And I'm going to say he's doing this with speed rather than strength, so he's going to use an acrobatics check. That's a 9, so he jumps and climbs onto the side of the cliff, and as he does so, he then sort of and sticks his claws over the top and pulls himself up at the top. But as he does that, his sword has been pulled out by the force of him pulling himself, and gone down to the bottom. So he's looking fairly unarmed. And once he gets up there, he lets this really deep guttural growl out, which causes all other gnolls within the area to activate their rampage trait, which means they can move up to 30 feet and make an attack. And the first one is going to bite Nigena. You catch it with your sword still up, sorry, your great axe still up. You actually catch it on the wood, so he's biting onto the wood and you throw him off. This next one here is going to charge towards Liana and do his bite. That's a 12, which just misses. So he actually grabs on. This guy's got a shield and a spear, and he's sort of they get in the way slightly as he tries to move into you. So he's like, and he's snapping his jaws right in front of your face, and the only thing that's stopping him from getting to you is the spear, which is sort of trapped between the two of you.
She's giving him a really unimpressed look.
Okay. This one also gets the opportunity to move, however he can't make an attack, so that's why he didn't do it on his Insight Rampage move. So instead he's going to move there. And then he's going to dash just there. Let's play Spot the Gnoll again. Where are you? Okay, having heard the Pack Lord sort of call to arms, this one is going to dash straight away. And straight for his friend, and he's on all fours going along. Let's see what the next one's up to. This one is also going to attempt to climb up the back there, so he's going to make another acrobatic skills check. As 14, this one actually gets up, jumps onto the side of the cliff, and then dropping his shield behind him to give him that extra boost. He's then going to throw himself up and land on his two hind legs up top with his spear in two hands. He's going to hop over the fence and complete his move, which gets him there. Okay. The last gnoll, he's going to pick up his weapon and also join his comrades charging towards you guys. He's going to dash as well.
Oh yeah, you did one.
No, you didn't rage. Sorry, yes, you did. You raged once last session. Okay, Liana, it's your turn.
She's going to try and hit this one in the middle with her shadow blade.
Okay, go for it. It's bright day, so you don't get any advantages on this, but you are flanking, so you get advantage from that.
That was worth it. What do I add to that?
You can choose. You can add your strength or your dexterity, because you decide what weapon it takes, what form it takes.
Well, she took it as a sword, hadn't she?
Yeah, so that would be. Well, it depends if it's a long sword. Never mind, it misses. You haven't got enough bonuses to add that in. Oh wait, you are proficient with it, so you got 3, 6, 7. No, yeah, you still haven't got enough. You still don't get it. Sorry.
No, but for future reference, what do I add to that?
If it's a long sword, you add strength. If it's a rapier, you can add dex.
Plus my proficiency.
Yeah, plus your proficiency.
Alright, I'll work that out for future reference.
I'll build you a macro for it. Okay, anything else from Juliana?
No, there's nothing else you can do.
Okay, Lost. It's your turn. You've been joined by extra gnolls.
Oh, this is bad. More alarms to the slaughter. I also need a 10 count.
Say that again.
I'll need a 10 count for the necrotic shroud.
You will indeed.
So, firstly, let's have a stabbings at this one that's closest to me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Go for it.
Yeah, let's just make sure I had all the right top boxes ticked.
Alright, okay. Ooh, gravy. Go for it.
So will this won't double the necrotic shroud damage, will it?
No, just your weapon damage. What's your +0? Oh, because you're dueling style, you only get it on your first, yeah. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So overall, 18. Yeah, this guy is done. The long sword.
For the necrotic
+5
shroud.
for the necrotic. I mean, yeah, he's dead. He's dead. It just slides through this guy, removes his arm from the rest of his torso, and with a bit of a, he just starts to wriggle in pain, falls off the side as he drops down, landing 5-10 feet below.
I'll give him a helpful shove as he falls down. I'll close the distance to that guy and follow up with another swing.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet.
$20 hits. 8 points of slashing damage plus shroud.
Let me just check.
Is that, I think that's just on your first attack, innit?
I'm just going to double check. When you transform, lasts for 1 minute, during your bonus action, during this. Yeah, it's once during each of your turns. So, no -5, no +5. Yeah, sure.
Alright. Cool. Yeah, so this attack comes through, you slice across this guy. Now, remember, this guy's got two-handed spear going on here. He's got no shield like the others. So he tries to pull the spear up to defend himself, and you see this coming and you go lower and cut straight across his guts. Okay. Anything else from you, Lost?
No, I'll just bid them a good journey to the Westeros.
Okay. Okay, it's now this Gnoll's turn, and it's still sort of focused on Nigena, so it's got no other weapons with it, remember? So it's just going to go for its bite attack at Nigena. So that's a 21, which I believe hits. And that is 5 points of piercing damage. So it actually latches onto you as it moves forward, and it grabs the hold of your shoulder with both arms, and then it goes to sort of bite your neck. As it does, it latches on. So this creature is now sort of, you're not grappled, but it's right there. Okay, where's this Gnoll?
Is it
Where's the Gnoll? Spot the Gnoll.
is it the one there?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's the one that was on guard. Where is he? There he is. And seeing the others charge, he is going to follow suit and charge as well. So he's going to move his normal 30 feet, and then he's going to dash another 30 feet. That's the end of his turn. Nigena, it's your turn.
Well, seeing this gnarly mutt chew on my great axe, I'm going to rage.
You can rage.
Is
You
it-
can rage
is
if
it-
you wanna.
is it rage,
You can
or
rage
is
your
it just
thing.
rage, or is it frenzy rage? Or have they got this in?
You rage, and then if you want to go into a frenzy rage, you can decide to do that.
Well, I will rage for another one.
Frenzy gives you an extra attack, and
I haven't got mine.
that's it.
And
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my. Is it ready? Is consumption weapons out of all ventilators?
Need to finish a long rest break to use it again.
I'm trying to find it.
Radiant consumption is right at the bottom. Yeah, that's a long rest before you can use it again. Yep.
So I won't use that. So no, I will use my great axe again while raging.
All right, go for it. Have you clicked your rage damage?
That's, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on then, roll to hit. Ooh, it's a 9.
With advantage though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it is with advantage because it's flanked.
Oh, do you want me to do it with advantage?
Good spot. Rules lawyer.
Well, no, just do it normal. Man.
Yeah, just do another one. Another standard attack.
You've already rolled it.
Nice. 25 hits.
I'm going to say, don't ever touch my grey sword again, you mangy mutt. And then place it down on it.
7, not bad. Yeah, so it was sort of latched onto you, and with the sort of the pole of your great axe, you knock it back, and then swing and smash it around the side of the face with sort of the flat of the blade rather than the sharper edge. You couldn't quite get the blade turned in time, so it knocks it down to the ground, and it quickly scrambles back up, and it's got this huge sort of impact wound on the side of its face, but it's not dead yet, but it's nearly there.
I do get that second.
You do indeed get a second attack.
I will take it greatly.
Yeah, that hits, definitely. Nine points of damage. So this time, as you swing the axe around once again, and just hit the creature in the neck, and the blade passes all the way through, just decapitates it. Body falls one side and starts to roll down the hill. The head goes the other way and rolls down the hill.
I'm going to do like a deep lady voice laugh like
Okay. You've still got movement if you want to move.
I have I'm going to move this way. Not happens. Would that be 10 because it's rough terrain?
No, that's not rough terrain. You can step around the fire.
No, the body, I stood there on the body.
Oh, you mean to pass through there? Yeah, the body counts as rough terrain.
Would I still get an attack in if I went like this one or that one?
Yeah.
I will stay there for now until the pathway is clear.
Alright. I'm just going to get rid of this one because it's in the way. Okay, it's another Gnoll's turn. Let's see if we can find this one quickly.
Is it the one on the
Where's
ledge?
the
Is it the
Gnoll?
one on the ledge that was trying to
It's
get up?
Gnoll Edmonds.
Hey, so it is another Gnoll, and this one, oh, you know, he's a little bit far from the action. Yeah, he's not gonna, what's the word I'm looking for? Dash. He's not gonna dash. He's gonna run around and speak to the other one and try and figure out what's going on because he's not quite sure. He's really far from the action.
Gonna have a cup now.
He's gonna have a cup of tea. So we'll have a cup of tea. It's now this one's turn. Right here. And seeing that you've just decapitated its friend, you are enemy number 1. So he is going to spear you. Spear you good is what he's going to do. Oh, I did it twice. I'll take the first one, which is 23. Which hits, so you'll be taking half damage on this because you're raging. It's 5, so yep, just half it down to 2. Yep, we'll round down. That's it from him. Where is this? No. You should be able to like double click or shift click. It just takes you to him. If you're listening, roll 20. That's that one, and he's going to say there's bad guys. Oh my god. Because that's how gnolls talk, apparently. And he's going to also this way, and he's going to attempt to climb onto there. Which is an acrobatics. These guys rely heavily on speed, so he's enough for him to get onto there. He's also now going to attempt to dash and get up to the top on the next ledge. And he quickly gets up there and he's going to charge to engage Mozu. However, he dashed, so he doesn't have any more attacks left. That one's dead. Okay, Mozu, it's your turn.
But Mozu sees him coming and sticks a quarterstaff
right up his bum. Or somewhere else, you know. It's your quarterstaff. 14 does not hit.
Okay, second try.
Ooh, you're just swinging the quarterstack attacks at this guy, and he's just pumped. He's really pleased that he jumped up that ledge so quickly. So he's ducking and dodging and getting the shield up just in time. Anything else from you, Mozu? 20 hits. Points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah, so
he sees him like being smug, and he's like, "I'm gonna roundhouse kick you."
Roundhouse kick to the back of the face. Anything else from you, Mozu?
No.
Okay, Gnoll number the next one. Let's see if I can find it. Good news is they're all getting close. The bad news is they're all getting close. So this one's going to continue to charge in that way. It's now the Pack Lord's turn, who I believe dropped his glaive. He did indeed drop his glaive, so he's going to go past. No, he's not. That's stupid. He's not going to do that. He's going to go that way, come there, and he's going to attempt to bite Nigena. So that's a 16 Nigena, which meets, so that hits.
Shouldn't that be a good advantage?
It should be. Yep, I'll roll again. Yep, still a 16 as the highest. So that is 2 points of piercing damage, and he's going to attack again. This time I will click advantage though. 23 hits. And that is another 2 points of piercing damage. I'm just going to see if his ability recharges. It does. Okay, that's it from him. It's now this Gnoll's turn. He can't actually make it through, so he's going to step here and he's going to aim his crossbow at Liana. His longbow, sorry. That is a 13. So that hits, and that does 2 points of piercing damage. Let's see where this Gnoll is. There he is. Okay, this Gnoll is going to charge in, and he's going to dash also, so that was 45. There we go. So from him, where's this one? Can't see him. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, he's there. He's the one who's got the spear in 2 hands, I think. So this spear is currently set up for one-handed. So if it hits, which it does not, I would have rolled manually instead of using the macro. So he's going to attempt to go for you, Lost, with this two-handed spear.
Shouldn't that be with advantage?
No, because this one is not engaged with you, is engaged with Mozu. Yeah, so it's really easy for you. You just actually backhand him with your shield sort of thing and knock it out the way. It's another one that's really easy. Lost is probably really enjoying this. He's so outclasses these guys and he knows it. Okay, which Gnoll is it today? It's this one. Yep. He is going to charge as well, so he's going to dash. Okay, Liana, it's your turn.
Alright, she's going to take a swing at the one in front of her.
Yeah, go for it. An 18 hits before we add anything to it, so roll your damage on us.
Out is +6.
It's +6, okay.
So it takes 2d8.
In that case, the 10 would have hit.
2d8 psychic.
2d8.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. The blade doesn't seem to move, but the blood appears. You cut straight across its chest. Anything else from you?
No, that's it.
Okay, Shroud at 1. Lost, it's your turn.
Yep, I'll just try and finish this one. That was second.
This one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, that definitely hits. Okay, yeah, so you swing your longsword on this guy again, and he pulls the spear up to stop this coming attack, and you cut straight through it, but that impact was enough to just take the edge off the attack. You cut straight down this creature from sort of shoulder deep down, maybe by 5 or 6 inches into its shoulder / neck, and as you pull out, it's barely standing, but it is standing.
Oh, you lucky bastard. And then I'm going to swing the sword into like an ice grip, ice pick grip.
Yeah.
And try and stab the one behind me.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine, you can do that. 17 hits.
And this one I will be putting +5 into.
Alright. So that's 12 overall. Ooh, I'm doing it on the wrong one. As you stick it in, straight into the creature's gut, and he actually grabs hold of the blade and cutting its hand, it pulls the blade out, takes a step back, and you can see it holding its stomach where your longsword has penetrated deep.
It's a downfall to play with bodies.
Again, it's still standing, but only just. Anything else from you, Lost?
We need Katie back. I'm too outnumbered.
Everything from me. Just making more enemies as I go along.
We need another girl.
Okay, it's this one's turn. And he is going to also dash in order to get here quicker. Or bump. Jenna, it's your turn.
Did you forget what it was called then?
No. I'm just
I forget what you called every turn. I have to look.
on there.
Can we have to do the bricks up?
Yeah.
Right.
Pop the rest.
I saw this guy because this guy has swung at me. He's done a bit of damage. I'm going to put my brax away and use my red sword knockout.
Yeah, you can switch weapons, that's fine, yeah. You can do that.
You just can't do it during attacks, can you?
That's right, yeah.
Yes, that's right. So
It's a free action to don or doff a weapon, or but an action to don or doff a shield is weird. No, it's not. That's wrong. Never mind. You're free. You can change your weapon now, definitely. Which one are you going for?
the one that's right here to me. There.
Okay. Are you? Is this a reckless attack?
Yeah, I'm still raging.
You're still raging, yeah. You can, yeah, that's fine. So 23 hits. And 14 plus 16, yeah. So you swing your greatsword at this guy, and you just cut straight into, sort of between the neck and the shoulder, straight in about 1.5 foot into this creature's big, fat, thick neck. Pull the greatsword out, and it just flops on the floor. He dead, man.
And then I'm going to turn around with the same sword and give the guy, well, give the creature a most evilest look and swing at him.
Okay, so this one's not a reckless attack, so because you're going to do it on your first. So we'll take your first roll, which is a 20 anyway, and then it was a 19.
His advantage is on from when he moves flanked.
Yeah, but he did a reckless attack in the last one, which gives you advantage, but that's only on that attack.
Yeah.
So this one was a straight up 20, which does hit anyway, so it's all academic. Just make sure you turn your advantage off. Okay, so your rage is 2, so 9 points of slashing damage. You turn to this one, and swing your greatsword, and he jumps back trying to avoid it, and you actually cut across as he lifts his paw / arms up. You cut across his forearms on both of them. It's not being too impactful on that one. Anything else from you?
No, that will do for me.
Okay. So next is another Gnoll that I can't find. Where are you? Oh, what's happened now? Oh, there it is. And that's the one that didn't know what was going on. Now that it does, it's running towards you guys, spear in hand. And it's going to dash. Bluff. Still quite far off. Okay, Mozu, it's the one closest you.
Oh, we've taken a break at the morale.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, that's a good call, yeah. We've had like 40 minutes of straight combat, we probably should. Yeah, we're going to take a quick break, guys, so 10 minutes and then we'll be back for more adventures in battling gnolls and shit. See you soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, when you want your headset, 'cause I have my headset.
Oh, sorry, you'll just have to get your headset on. So yeah, we are back. Shall we have some cinematic music to
Yes,
go along with
please.
it? There we go.
A drum roll.
Oh. So if you've just joined us, the guys are fighting their way through a camp of gnolls, and we took a break because we've been in combat for about 40 minutes, and everyone needed a pee. So top of the round.
And everyone has washed their hands.
Everyone's washed their hands. No corona. Ooh, no corona. Mozo, there's a gnoll right next to you. And he's going to launch his spear attack in your direction. That is a 20. So that hits. I'm afraid.
That'll hit.
That'll do it. That's 8 points of piercing damage. Okay, next. Let's just put this back over here.
Cool.
Mozu, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Hey, don't you at me. He then swings a quarterstaff at him. Right, and then
Go for it. 18, nice. Yeah, that hits. And 8 points of bludgeoning damage. That's enough to do it. So the attack knocks that guy square onto his arris. You have
Okay,
another attack. You can move and finish the attack if you wish.
yeah, I'm gonna go for the.
Okay. Oh, nice.
It's really good rolls tonight.
Music's really quiet all of a sudden. Just turn it for a little touch. There we go. What have we got? 18. Oh, sweet. That is enough to do it. So as you rush in and crack this guy with your quarterstaff around the back of the head, he's not even looking, he's not even expecting you. He's just, BAM! And just drops to the floor. Done like dinner. You still have your bonus attack and a little bit of movement left.
Ooh. Okay, so I've gone from that's 10, 15, 20.
Okay. 20, yeah, 20 hits. 10 points of bludgeoning damage, which is enough to deal that one. So you charge into this one, and how are you hitting him?
Well, this is an unarmed attack, so I basically I do like a leg sweep so that he falls in the fire.
Alright, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. And this guy just he starts to slowly sizzle as he falls down. He was nearly done anyway. He's got a gaping wound in his neck. His spear's broken, which he's really upset about. So when you sweep him down, he bangs his head and just sort of KOs, and then he starts to burn. Okay.
No, I'm done.
All done? Right.
Aye.
Let's look. Where is this guy's down? He doesn't know. Okay, yeah, right, so he's going to charge in. And he's going to continue to dash to get as far in here as he can. There we go. Packlord is downed. This one, however, saw the Packlord go down, so he is going to see how much courage he has about him. Oh, it's not much. So when the Packlord has gone down and he's seen this, and he looks around to see a quick check of how many of them there is, and then he lets out this sort of whimper and a howl. And as he does that, all of the other gnolls stop and look, and their ears flick forwards, flick around, sensing the environment, and he's then going to turn tail and run. And he's going to dash. Blip. Next gnoll, which is the next gnoll, this gnoll, who is also going to dash, and he's going to run as well. That one's downed. Bloop. That one, I'm sure he's just. Oh no, that was the other one. Yep, so he's going to follow suit and dash away. Liana, it is your turn. I'm just going to clear the battlefield up a little bit. 10, so about 9 and a pack lord. 10 and a pack lord. What are you doing, Liana?
She's going to move up to that one and try and hit it with her shadow.
Okay. That is a 5 plus 6, 11. It's not enough to do it. Sees you come in, steps back and puts his shield up, and you scrape along the outer edge of the shield.
And then she's just going to move. Could she get in that gap there?
Yeah.
She's going to stand there so that anyone that wants to get past can.
Okay. Shroud at 2, lost. Shot turn.
How far is that drop?
Down there, it's roughly about 15 feet to this point, and then it's 5 feet from there to the bottom.
I mean, this might be just giving me the answer, so tell me to, go fuck myself if you want, but am I aware of my capabilities enough to know would I take damage if I fell 15 feet?
Dropping 15 feet from that height could potentially hurt. If you land wrong, you could break a leg. But yeah, you could probably do it. It's not.
If you're rolling that one, you snap
It's
your
far
neck.
from impossible. I mean,
If you're rolling that one, you snap your neck.
We'll try it and we'll see how it goes.
yeah. So make an acrobatics as you attempt to land.
Not on your head.
That's right, not athletics, acrobatics. It's an 8. You do cockle your leg, unfortunately, as you fall. And it is a 2d6 of damage. And this is bludgeoning damage plus 3 points of embarrassment. So that's 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
And concentration check.
Yeah, which would be a 10.
Is that just straight constitution?
Yep.
Roll that to the GM, that's why it's not showing.
Yeah. Yep, so your Shield of Faith drops. So you've cockled your leg, so I'm going to reduce your movement by 10.
Well, was that an action?
Was it an action to drop down? No.
Right. Well, then I'll use my. Can I use my lay on hands to repair my leg?
Yeah, of course you can.
And then I'll do that with my action.
Okay.
I'll just knock off 5 points.
Okay.
That's usually what it is to cure poisons.
Anything else from you?
That was my action. No, I'm good.
Okay, it's this Gnoll's turn, and he's going to charge this way and through the burning building, and he's gone. Nigena, it's your turn.
Okay. So 5, 10. Do I fight when the joke is still raging?
You are still raging, yeah?
Just for 1 turn and then just. Fix it. Great sword.
You're whispering again, Dave.
Oh, just talking to myself.
Because it was talking now.
Is this another friend reckless attack?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a 13, so it's naturally enough. So as you recklessly charge at this guy, swinging your great axe from side to side, he sees you coming and he and sort of trying to dodge the attacks, and he manages to avoid any damage. You do have another attack, which will be a straight roll this time.
So I will swing again.
Yeah.
And make sure this one.
It's an 18.
hits.
Yeah, this one hits.
I will
Catch him in the chest. Sort of, and you hit him square in the chest there. You have to sort of pull the axe back out of him.
while looking in his eyes.
Yep, he's got this huge gaping wound. inside of him, and he's struggling to stand, sort of leaning on his spear a little bit, but he is still standing. Anything else from you? Alright. Where's this Gnoll? Where's the Gnoll? Where's the Gnoll? Seeing his friend go, he's also going to go through the burning palisade, and off he goes. Mozu, it's your turn.
Mosey's gonna shrug. I just think might as well not do that. And he's just gonna run back towards Nudge.
Okay.
Can I get round? I've got 5 more.
Yeah.
Can I definitely step there?
You can step there, yeah. That
Okay.
area is 5 foot, 3 foot wide. Yeah, you can stand there. It's fine.
Cool. I'm gonna give him a swing.
His tail's dangling off the edge.
Swing. Ooh, that was so nearly a 1. 6 points of bludgeoning. That's enough to do it. Yeah, you charge in and smack this guy straight in his face, knocks him back onto the tent, which collapses upon him. You
Classy.
Still have another attack, but there's nobody in range.
No, not really. Mosey's just gonna shrug. Everybody dies.
Okay, and these 3 gnolls, I'm going to do this together because they all get a turn before you lot do. They're also going to charge through the broken palisade and out into the area beyond. So that deals with all of the gnolls in this area. Well done, guys. You didn't die straight away. It's always good when that happens. We're no longer in turn-based combat. What would you like to do?
Can I give myself some healing, please?
And how would you like to do that?
Sensual healing.
No, there's nobody around that is remotely interested.
I'm using healing hands.
Yep, no problem. So you can heal up to your level, I believe.
Mosey's gonna go back into the cave.
Okay. I'll jump us off the battle map just because why not? Okay, guys. Yeah. So as you head back into the cave, the dwarf is there, and he's been watching most of this unfold from within, and he sees you coming from. Are they all dead then?
I'll run to the palisade just to watch them all flee, and then just like a sad dog whimper, like, I want to kill them.
About 30 feet beyond the palisade, it drops down again into a forest, and the palisade is actually higher than the tree line, so you're quite high up wherever you are.
Can we make out how far we are from Silverton?
It was Silverton, yeah, that many of you were heading to.
For some reason.
For some reason,
Can I see it on the horizon?
no. You should definitely make a perception check to see what you can see.
Okay.
But I'll tell you outright, you can't see Silverton. You can't see any signs of civilization. 14's not bad. You can see that the sun is at its highest point, so it's around midday. The forest carries on ahead of you for almost as far as you can see. So this is almost definitely the Royal Wood, or the King's Wood, which is basically just one huge forest in between Prima Villa and Silverton. As you look out onto this forest, on your left-hand side, you can see the mountain ranges that run along that side. And as you turn and look behind you, they continue on up to a point, maybe 30 or 40 miles ahead. It's difficult to exactly range it, but that's what you can see.
Well, I'll make my way back to the party and just I have no idea where the hell we are.
Well, we need to find somewhere better where we're meant to be going.
What was that?
Where was you headed?
I was heading to Silverton.
I don't remember.
Oh, right.
things all go a bit hazy. I see red when I get into a fight, and that's all I can really think about. So I need a minute to remember where I am or what I was doing.
Maybe the people in the cave will know where we are.
Maybe.
Mozu's having serious Discord issues.
Is he?
Yeah, he's just sent a message.
Oh, well, that's no good. So Mozo had gone into the cave, and the dwarf there had sort of asked him, you know, have you dealt with all of these guys? And to any of the others of you that happen to be close to the cave, you notice that the dwarf has been joined by 3 others. So these are the people that you were originally tied with. So you've got this this halfling, you've got a human, and you've got an elf. What would you like to do? They're all just kind of looking out the cave, quite worried.
So we need to be scared. We killed them all.
I'm gonna go pile the bodies.
The Ada's gonna go towards the elf and dwarf and that.
Yep.
Say to him, so do you know where we are? Because this wasn't where I went to sleep.
The elf, who is quite tall, not quite as tall as you, but quite tall. He's wearing a Stetson, and he's got white hair, a white beard. He's wearing a tunic with a leather, sort of like a leather waistcoat style jacket over the top.
It's a cowboy elf.
Apparently, he's got very dark skin. He's rubbing his hands, and you can see his hands are quite badly marked from being tied up. I have no idea where we are. Not at all.
Well, where are you from? Where would you go in?
He kind of looks at you with a little bit of curiosity, and was wandering. Perhaps no destination. Yeah, James has had to drop out. We'll
Yeah,
catch up
I've
with
just
him again
seen
later.
Discord.
Yep. The dwarf just sort of looks at you two, is looking up at you. I was on my way to Silverton to, you know, a little bit of business. But no, I don't know where we are.
Where was the last place you remember?
He sort of starts to like rub his bald head a little bit. That's a good question. I was on the King's Road, travelling south. Had to stop for the night. You know, went off the road as you do. Woke up here. There was 5 of us. I don't know where the others are.
Maybe if you look around the camp, you may see if we need.
But we're definitely eating something on that fire.
Yeah, it's there for us.
He looks at his feet. I think I'd rather not know.
How's my body pile?
It's pretty good, yeah. So you got 10 Gnoll bodies and 1 larger Gnoll.
I will use the larger knoll. I'd just like to hack at it a bit,
Okay.
scrape out some of its blood, start drawing patterns on my face,
Yeah.
and then just try and sort of give this bounty of death over to Mistress.
Okay. So you've piled the bodies up. You rubbed it on your face. You sat in front of the bodies.
Knelt down.
You knelt down in front of the bodies.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to make me a religion check, and then we'll come back to you in a second. So whilst you two are talking to the elf, dwarf, the human comes along and is quite an old man. He's got this sort of pointed black beard. His face is quite blackened. Despite his age, he's probably a man of 50 something. He's quite stocky, he's quite well built. I know where we are.
Well, where's that then?
Well, we're at a colony camp. I mean, we was. Yeah. If we go through the wood and the trees are marked, we can follow it back to the King's Road.
Interesting.
Says, if you don't mind, I'm just going to see what's left out there, pointing to the camp, and he starts to wander around, and he's sort of lifting up sleeping bags that are underneath these lean-to tents.
Maybe we should make our way through to the road.
So,
What kind of time of day is it?
It's about midday. Okay, Connor, your natural 20 is you.
It's not natural.
Sorry, your non-natural 20.
Dirty
17 plus your 3. As you knelt in front, and do you say a particular prayer?
20. If I did, it would probably be in. Are we just gonna basically just rip off Shah?
No, we're not basically going to rip off Shah, but that's a good start.
Okay. Does Mistress have a language?
You don't know.
I need to know.
I've purposely not told you much,
Okay.
so you know what you know.
I offer this bounty of death over to you in exchange for your blessing and strength.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be in common because I don't know any better.
Yeah. Where's your weapon?
I assumed it would be sheathed, or no, it'd probably be laid in front of me.
Okay. The wind blows slightly from the east. You feel it as your hair moves, your clothes blow in the wind, and then the dust starts to swirl around your blade. As it does, the remaining slashes of blood that are on there swell and lift up into the air into a small, tightly packed sphere, which then drops again on the blood and stains it red.
Oh. I sheath the blade, go join the others. So, what are we doing now?
Well, the human said if we go through the wood, the
Yeah.
trees are marked
Yes,
and
the
it'll lead
trees
us
are marked.
to the King's Road.
Okay. And where does the King's Road lead?
to where
Well, we was heading that way to Silverton.
Oh, alright. Well, I'll follow you then.
well then.
The halfling that is, up until now, he's been sort of stood just observing everybody. He says, and where are you going to go once you get to the King's Road?
Oh, Silverton, I think.
Away from trouble.
Away from trouble and Silverton. That's not going to work. You go to Silverton, I'm well in there. They know me. And I'll tell them, you sorted all these horrible dog things. And I reckon I can get you more work, you know, if you don't mind getting your hands dirty.
More than pleasure, I say.
It'd have to be worth it.
Is he bullshitting us?
Make an insight check. Ooh, natural 20. I won't bother rolling. No, I will actually. What if he gets a natural 20? That would be funny.
Well, even if he gets 24, it's still decent at 20.
Okay. No. In short, something tells you that not only is he telling the truth, the fact that he has this twinkle in his eye that tells you that he is probably going to benefit from this. That just lends to the credibility of what he's saying.
I like it. Let's try and keep it alive.
He looks at, well, I don't plan on dying.
Well, not before we pay.
So he turns back to the human. All right then, Hammer Monkey, which way? And he just sort of looks. The human looks down. This way. And he just starts to walk out of the camp through the main doorway. You can see it's not so much of a gate as just an opening in the palisade fence. There is several spikes cut from logs, very large ones, around the entrance. But this definitely is not a military installation, so it's not super protected. And he begins to walk off that way without waiting for any of the others. The dwarf and the elf just sort of look at you, and eventually the dwarf says, well, I'm fucking staying where you lot.
Wow. Does he know the way?
Says he does.
The halfling, will you trust this man? So there's no way out.
You can trust him because he wants paying. He was obviously a labourer here.
Well, it's either follow him or carry on standing around.
Well, we follow the human then. Okay.
Off we
Here
go.
we go.
Okay.
Come on, Mosul.
So you all start going. Mosul follows as well. I go as well, and you all follow along with the human leading the way. It gets to about 25 minutes, and he's taken you down the side of what you can now clearly interpret as the mountainside. Whatever this camp was, it was built into the mountainside for whatever reason, and you guys have made it down to the bottom now. So you're at the forest level. The human walks across to one of the trees and he shows you, and there is a circle carved into the bark that is about 6 inches in diameter, so it's about the size of a car wheel that has been carved into the bark. And it's quite old, you can see, because it's quite dingy and it's starting to blacken. So it stands out from... if you walked past it, you could walk past it, you know, but it stands out. And after you've seen this one, and he points ahead, you can see that about 30 feet ahead there's another one. These will take you to the King's Road.
Are you not coming with us?
Of course I'm coming with you, I'm not staying here. They'll be back.
Well, shouldn't we wait and kill them when they do?
I'm not.
Should we?
Maybe we can go to Silverton and maybe require some of their soldiers to go and finish the rest.
I don't understand. Why would
Well,
you?
they have
Why would you?
soldiers.
Why would you hire someone else to kill a beast?
Because there's more adventures, more where we were going.
Huh?
You heard this Evelyn, he has got jobs for us.
I think we should go back, make sure they're going to pay us, and then we'll come back.
Well, as long as we get to kill them.
We'll make sure you get to kill a lot.
Okay. Lead the way.
Okay, as you're walking, following through the forest, allowing the human to take the lead, what's your marching order? So the human's leading the way at the moment.
The general will be behind the
You're behind the human, okay.
half can be behind me.
Yeah, if you ask the halfling to come and stand behind you, he will, yeah.
I'll stand behind the halfling.
Just sort of plodding around in his own world, to be honest.
Yep. Okay. The elf and the dwarf sort of mingle as well. And the elf comes across to you, Liana, being a fellow elf. Says, you know, if you are looking for more work, I seem to be in need of more protection. Though I must be honest, I have no intention to go to Silverton.
Well, where are you headed?
It is not so easy to explain, but I am something of a scholar. And my people, we settled here not too long ago. The reason for this is to explore this area. There is much history and mystery to be discovered, and